This is going to be a great morning because you are going to understand even more how God is with you. And as we understand who He is with us, we can understand the life that He has for us even more. So I want to encourage you, share this video. Sorry, I got distracted. Share this video, comment, let people know, because this is really going to help. We're going to talk about our connection with Christ as if it was like a courtroom. So imagine you had a court case brought against you that you weren't prepared for. You had no idea that someone could even accuse you of things like this. And now here you are being accused of this thing that's crazy, and you don't get it, and you don't understand how this could happen, and you don't even think it's real, but here you are stuck in the middle of this, and it's not fun. And so as this is happening, somebody that you just barely knew assigns you purchases for you, that's a better way to say it, the ultimate best attorney in the entire state to represent you. And as you're going through the courtrooms and through the hallways, they're advising you everything that you should say, what you shouldn't say, how you should act, what you should dress, how you should dress, what you should do. And all along the way, they're leading you and guiding you. And you ask them, man, how are you so good at this? And the attorney says, well, I went through the exact thing before, and I know what to do. Imagine the confidence that you would have going through those hallways where before you were totally unsure, unclear, not confident, just full of doubt and confusion and wouldn't know what to do or how to get through this. And yet now, because you have been assigned the best, or not even assigned, somebody purchased for you the best attorney who's been through this before, imagine the level of confidence you would have, the level of peace you would have, that even though these crazy accusations are coming against you, you're not concerned because you have the best representative on your side, guiding you through every step to take. That's what it is like with our relationship with Jesus. We've been accused by the enemy of falling short, of missing the mark. He's brought serious accusations that line up with what the word says. The wages of sin is death. And you're like, wait a second. I don't want death assigned to me. I don't want death to be my what I earn, what I reap. But then, a God that you barely knew at salvation gives you Jesus. To the point where Paul would write in Galatians, it's no longer I that live, but Christ that lives within me. There's a level of connection and oneness that he wants us to simply trust him in everything. Let me read from you Hebrews chapter 2. There's a number of verses, so I'm not going to put it up on the screen. This is about Jesus. Since, therefore, the children share in flesh and blood, he himself likewise partook of the same things, that through death he might destroy the one who has the power of death, that is the devil, and deliver all those who through fear of death were subject to lifelong slavery. For surely it is not angels that he helps, but he helps the offspring of Abraham. Now I'm going to jump. That was verse 17. Nope, that was verse 16. I'm jumping down to verse 18. For he himself has suffered when tempted. He is able to help those who are being tempted. Who was he sent to? The offspring of Abraham. Who are we grafted into? We're grafted into the same covenant as Abraham. There is a level of oneness with him who has gone through the temptations, gone through life, and not just lived better, defeated the devil at every turn, and now he is in you and with you at all times to see God's will be accomplished. And even though there's an accuser of the brethren trying to trick you, trying to trip you up in your words, that he may bring accusation, get you to fall into temptation, to be angry, to lose your temper, to do things out of fear or lack of security or say, whatever. It doesn't matter. If we put our trust purely in Jesus, the high counsel, he will lead us and guide us in all, and there will be no condemnation for you. Instead, you'll be able to walk through in confidence because you've been set free from every curse, from every accusation of the enemy, from anything that he could try hold over your head, because you have been made brand new in him. Look at this, Romans 8:1. Therefore, there is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. How much condemnation? None. For the law of the Spirit of life has set you free in Christ from the law of sin and death. There is nothing else. Oh, hi, by the way, I'm Josh Richter. Nothing else that the enemy can accuse you of, because you have been set free in Christ to do and to live and operate under his direction, free from any power of sin, of death, or anything. 2 Corinthians 5:17, but you've been, it says, and you have been made brand new. I'm going to read this one. I read it in another version and I really liked. I'm going to see if I can find it. 2 Corinthians 5:17. And the ESV is, therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come. In the Amplified, it says this, therefore, if any person is engrafted in Christ the Messiah, he is a new creation, a new creature altogether. The old previous moral and spiritual condition has passed away. Behold, the fresh and new has come. You can walk in that fresh and new reality today. Not just can. That's what God has already opened the door for you to be able to walk in right now. To have nothing holding you back. To have no power, or let me say it this way, for the enemy to have no power in your life. Instead, you walk in fullness of confidence in him who is in you, in him who is with you. And as you do, you defeat the devil at every turn and even keep him from having an attack, a temptation, because your steps are ordered of the Lord. That's the life that God has created for you to walk in. So just like as in the courtroom, where you would say and do only what that counselor is telling you to do, it's the same way with Christ. We live and move and have our being in him and him alone, because he is the source. He will guide you in all things today to defeat the devil at every turn, to live victoriously over every temptation, over every trial, over anything that the enemy would try to bring into you. Not an issue. No. Instead, with Christ, you conquer it all. So let's go do it. Let's live that way. Let's allow Christ to lead us just like that. And you will see a level of freedom, of peace and joy, of contentment, of security to fill your heart and your mind in Christ Jesus that you've never known before, to a whole nother level. So let's do it. Set your mind, set your heart. Start that conversation now. God, how do you want to work through me? What do you want to say? What do you want me to do? How can I bring you glory? How can we defeat the devil today? He'll lead you. He'll guide you. It's going to be good. All right, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. No, I'll see you tonight for Root Bible Podcast. Oh, yeah.